Hey guys, and today Shorty and I are doing AFL Q&A episode 23. I'm pretty sure it is, mate. If not, it's 24, so...
It's thereabouts, mate. Basically got through a whole year.
Pretty much, yeah. It's been a humongous year and a humongous few days, but that's another story. Bit of a public service announcement. What was I going to say, mate?
Just about the questions, mate.
About the questions,
We've
alright.
been told to shorten the video a bit, and it got out to an hour at one point.
An hour and 15 minutes at one point.
It's just too long, and we're probably going to look at the cut to probably 30.
30 would be max, but I know it's going to go over because you guys asked too many questions.
Respect the questions, man.
But
questions.
But basically, yeah, if your question's irrelevant, stupid, terrible, we probably won't answer it. So it's our aim to reduce time, to make the video, and also to encourage you guys to ask better questions. We don't want any of this bullshit.
And some silly ones are amusing and give us a bit of a chuckle, and we might throw in the odd one just for a bit of a laugh, and maybe if we feel the need to give you a bake, but...
it won't be happening too much, I would have thought. It's ask what's happening in the AFL lately, or a question you've always wanted to know the answer to. People are just asking stupid questions.
It's finals time, guys. There's so many good things about footy at the moment, so many questions, matchups. No one asks us about a matchup ever.
It's just, would you rather play for Hawthorn or Geelong?
Yeah.
Stuff that's never going to happen.
So
be relevant, guys. Just, treat it normally.
So don't get your nose out of joint if we don't even read it. You've been warned.
The printer can sometimes have its moments.
Yeah,
So.
it can.
Anyway, Dicko, how'd you see? Love your haircut, Shorty. Fresh.
Thanks, mate. Thanks, Dicko.
When's yours, Tizio? Haha. With what hair? I lied. Only asking 2 questions, but I'll keep it 5 or under from now on. Do you think if the Dogs earn a home final next year's final series, that it should be played at Etihad? Depends on the AFL, and there hasn't been one since 2007.
Yeah, I know. It always seems to be the G because of the rights and things, so it's probably unlikely.
We'll go with that. Do you think there should be a Good Friday footy match? Be nice, I guess. I don't really care. Yeah, you're just asking who's religious and who isn't.
I think they should. I think it's time to move on with the times, and there's nothing disrespectful about having it on Good Friday in my eyes, and if you really want, you can work it into somehow, I don't know, appreciate the meaning of the day.
Yeah.
Could be an option.
Sounds good. Do you agree with the idea of 2 Friday night games every week instead of 1 extra game on the Sunday? How do you see it?
It depends. Maybe a double header where we have that use the advantage of the time delay with WA potentially. So
Okay, yep.
I don't know, that might not suit Western Australians, which Dicko is, but I wouldn't put it this way. I wouldn't want 2 Friday night games and I have to choose which one I want to watch.
Yeah.
If it was like a bit of an entree with the West Coast, say, versus someone, and then the time difference, it might overlap just so slightly, but I think that'd be cool. A bit of a double header. What do you reckon?
Intriguing, mate. Which one do I watch if there's 2 blockbusters on?
Yeah.
And they generally want to have that as a marquee time for the best teams or the biggest drawing crowds. I don't know which one they pick.
So not head to head anyway.
Yeah, it's tough to know. Yeah, if they're head to head, probably not. I mean, an extra game on the Sunday could be exciting to watch that you might not have time to on the Friday. But not a bad concept. No, this is not AFL.
I'm not sure if this is tongue in cheek or he's mixed it up.
Oh, it's tongue in cheek.
Okay.
But since Tizio loves the cricket and can't get enough of it, I'm going to the Boxing Day test and I have a spare ticket. I was wondering if you want to go. I would ask Shorty, but he absolutely hates it. Lol. Yeah, actually, now that you say that, yeah, it could be. I reckon could be sarcasm, but yeah, it's sorry, mate. It's not related, and pretend it's you, mate. I think.
And just to clarify, I like the cricket. Tizio doesn't. If that wasn't
regardless, no.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We got family to see on the Christmas Boxing Day.
Last question comes from the old man. He asks, who will be Geelong's top 3 pollers in the Brownlow? Sorry, back to that one, Dicko. Who doesn't have plans on Boxing Day? That's the real question. Who will be Geelong's top 3 pollers in the Brownlow? Well, we've got a video dedicated to this. We'll have during the week. Blitzarf, Selwood and Duncan.
I've got Selwood, Blitzarves and Caddy. I feel Caddy's going to poll a 3 here and there, actually.
Cool. yeah, we've got a Card Degrees prediction video, so stay tuned throughout the week for that one. PS, super proud of how far you guys have gone on YouTube this year. You guys deserve a pat on the back. Now, pat each other's backs. Anyway, that's enough.
Are you going to pat me on the back, mate?
Well done, mate.
Yeah, good stuff, Tiz. Good
Cheers.
stuff, mate.
Come on, boys! Anyway, that's enough airtime for Dicko. See ya. Yeah, cheers, mate.
Thanks,
Catch you later.
Dicko. Thanks, Dicko.
Even though we've pretty much combined the two last year, but this year, it's the only improvement we made. And your mate.
Yeah, my mate Kev. He's in good form.
You're doing well, Kev. You've done a Joel Corey on us.
He might be leading our best and fairest.
He could be, mate. You never know.
We don't have that, so don't get too excited.
Just a bit of an idea.
Just, yeah, hypothetically. Who are your top 5 two-footed players in the league?
I like this question.
Just remembered I didn't fully answer it because I couldn't think of more than 2. So I'll run with you first. I do have a couple in mind, but...
Okay, alright. Sammy Mitchell's probably the most obvious one, most ambidextrous. Stevie J, Luke Shuey, Michael Hurley and Bernie Vince. These guys can pretty much all kick very well on their left foot. And they're all right footers. Sam Mitchell's an interesting one there. That could be left turn right, but yeah, Stevie J with his snap Farouz around the corner on the left, and Hurley kicked one from 55 in his... Well, it was one of his first games against the Hawks.
Yeah.
And Bernie Vince, he kicked one from 50 against us. So and he's pretty good. They're all pretty good.
I had Mitchell, of course. Blitzarves actually came to mind. I reckon he's
worked on it.
Elite sort of kick on the left. As you were reading out, Hurley came to mind, and then you actually read him out.
Yeah,
cool. And I would have to, totally agree with Vince and Stevie J, no doubt. Some good picks there.
Solid, mate. Yeah, it was tough to sort of think the ones that came to mind immediately. You'd think Sammy Mitchell, but the rest are tough.
Yeah, it certainly is. And
speaking of tough questions,
since you started following footy, what are some of the best finals matches you've seen? It's a very tough one. Very tough one. But
I've taken Geelong out of it just because he knows how well we love him, but you might have him there, who knows?
No, I don't. Honestly, the other week, the Dogs versus Adelaide was one of the best finals I've seen from a visual point of view and actually watching it.
Yeah.
I also love the West Coast Collingwood game that went to extra time.
Oh, that one in 07, yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty sweet game. But
pretty hectic.
Yeah.
Darren Glass off for a few minutes, Rocket kicks 3 in a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Amazing.
And I went with the West Coast and Carlton game in 2011, where I think it was West Coast by 3 points, and Blues clawed their way back and just fell short. Amazing to think we could have played against them at the G. Carlton beat us twice at the G over 2009, 2010.
Yeah.
So who knows? I'm so glad West Coast won because I knew we'd probably beat them. Collingwood and Hawthorn in 2011 final there prelim was it's the last time Collingwood beaten Hawthorn.
That was a good
mint final that one. Collingwood down by 17 at 3/4 time. Good to see the Hawks.
Didn't get to see it.
Really? Well, yeah. It was an awesome game that one, and it's probably one of the loudest roars I heard when Luke Ball kicked that goal. It's just out of this world.
2011, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was when I was dead, remember?
Oh, yeah. But Buddy's goal as well, and the boundary, not that I like it, but the crowd just got up and about.
One of my favourite goals of all time, that one.
You were dead around that time, mate. I still can't believe to this day how bad you were.
Best individual performances by a player in a game this year.
I reckon we've got one that's the same.
Yeah, well, I got Todd Goldstein a couple of games. I mean, he had that 80 hit-out game, which was intense, but he actually didn't find that much of the ball by his standards around the ground, but 80 hit-outs, amazing. And another one of his games where he had 56 hit-outs, took the 8 marks, a few contested in there, 27 touches for a ruckman.
Was that against the Bombers?
Oh, yeah, it was. Yeah. And 221 Supercoach points is delicious for the Supercoaches out there. And
Vice captain.
Yeah. And I love the concept of Fife going head-to-head with Dangerfield.
Yeah, it was good.
Danger had 38,
really good.
Fife 40, inside 50s all over the place, and tackles.
Yep.
2 great individual games.
Great, mate. I thought you'd have Selwood on there against the Gold Coast.
Yeah, I didn't.
He had an awesome performance. I can't remember how many disposals he got. He got 34 or 43 or something like that. He willed us over the line. And if he wasn't playing, we lost to the absolute rabble of the competition at home. So embarrassing, but that was great. Josh Kennedy against Fremantle, wasn't that long ago. He got 39 and 16 in the third quarter, and he just stood up just amazingly. Goldstein, 221 Supercoach points against the Bombers. Fantastic.
So Kennedy in a losing final.
Yep.
Yep.
One of the best finals performances I've seen. Campbell Brown reckons one of the best since Tony Modra.
Okay.
Oh, not Tony Modra. Darren Jarman in the 97 grand final. Big call, that one.
That is a big call.
Just for a midfielder racking up stats. It was good, I will say.
What is your vote for Goal of the Year and Mark of the Year? And also Play of the Year?
I only answered 2 parts. Yours.
Yeah, well, I honestly think Paddy Dangerfield was the Goal of the Year and didn't even get a nomination, which is an absolute joke. Fife's one where he gets it smothered, then kicks it, got it. So, I don't agree with any of the nominations, but I think Betts and Nick Nat will win the awards.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Yep. In terms of Play of the Year, gosh, there's probably Hawthorn. Watch Hawthorn play, I don't know.
I like, I saw some highlights of the Doggies game. I can't remember.
Tex Walker's kick?
Yeah, that's up there.
Yeah, I'd have to say Tex Walker's kick from the back half into the middle, and then I guess the forward half at the crucial moment. He spotted up Cameron.
There was this one where it starts with on the halfback flank. Bontempelli has it in the middle. He takes on 1, takes on 2, then bursts round 1, kicks it down the line. Stringer picks it up on the half volley, I think. Sort of dances round, takes a guy on.
Is this against North?
Could have been.
Where he just runs past 4 or 5 blokes?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd have to be just about...
Oh, same game, but not that exact one for Stringer.
Yeah.
Actual team play, because I think he hands it off to someone, then Picken... I think Picken kicks it from 50, but...
Oh, yeah, you love that goal, nice and low.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it is against North,
yeah,
but not that exact passage that you referred to.
Well, that would be mine, where Jakey Boy Stringer just... Because there was 2 players he was running past, and then there was an extra 2 or 3 others, and he ran past them as if he was running away from a wall collapsing.
Yeah.
And then he nearly kicked it from 50 past it, I think, and... Yeah, that was a fantastic bit of play against North Melbourne.
Number 5. If Richmond replaced their current fullback, do you think they would finally be able to win a final? Or will the knobheads' mediocrity stay in the club forever? This is a bit of tongue-in-cheek from old mate Kev to old mate Rance.
That's how I'm viewing it, mate, but you know what I'm going to say.
Yeah, he still likes to poke the bear.
Yeah, that's right. I don't know who that is, but might be us.
Probably, mate.
Okay. Okay, so you've had the choice to get drafted to Hawthorn or Geelong. You'll play 100 games to both clubs no matter which one you choose. If you choose to go to Hawthorn, Alistair Clarkson will give you free KFC after every game. That is 100 free KFCs for your career. But if you choose Geelong, you don't get any KFC. Which team would you choose? Geelong. I can buy KFC with the salary, mate. If I really want it.
So raucous of a question.
And he just picks KFC because that's my favourite fast food, but if I had to pick out something else, I'd pick something else.
Yeah, strange question, but I think it's an obvious one.
Geelong.
Yeah.
If you choose Geelong... Oh, yeah, no, I've already read that. What would you do if you got 0 to 9 in tipping for every round in the season? Well, I wouldn't tip, and that'd never happen.
Yeah, probably give up on the tipping if we were picking zeros.
Yeah, exactly. How do you relax before an AFL game? I relax by having a bat.
I think we got rid of these, mate.
Yeah. Bad question, not answering it, and don't really need to relax on that one.
Are we confirm on all these?
Yep.
Yeah.
Sorry, we're not answering the rest, as we said at the start. Junkyard Dog.
Junkyard Dog.
If you want your questions answered, just ask some good ones.
Now, Junkyard Dog.
He's got a bone to pick with you, mate.
Come on, mate. This is
bone dog.
Not even relating to the Q&A, but you're all Australian comments. Surely
I wanted to kill you, mate. I wanted you to die then and there.
Surely taking the piss. There's 2 types of commenting, isn't there, mate, on YouTube?
Probably. Well, maybe 3, but you can mention the 2.
Commenting seriously.
Alright, yep.
To gain credibility. Or trolling to be funny. And you're not being serious and you're not being funny. What are you doing, son? I saw a few of the All-Australian things and they were just like... I can only hope you're taking the piss, because if you're not...
But even doing so, it wasn't funny at all, so sorry about that.
You got this bloke pretty mad, which may have been your intention. But anyway.
Yeah, well. Go on.
Shorty, how did you feel when Jack Watson kicked 4 goals on you in a quarter? Do you believe everything this bloke says to you? I know Watto, and I'll run rings around that bloke.
Yeah,
He's gonna clean me up next time we play just because I said that. But no, I haven't known Watto for that long, and we never played footy against each other because we're not in the same age group. So it didn't happen.
it's all media speak.
Oh gee. What do you think is worse? Booing of a player that just got knocked out, or trying to punch an AFL player from in the crowd?
For our West Coast supporters.
For our West Coast supporters. What's worse? They're both woeful acts. I mean, I wouldn't be doing either.
Punching an AFL player, I think, is pretty bad.
Yeah, it's not great.
From the crowd.
From the crowd, that's pretty...
I think that's pretty raw, because, I mean, booing isn't... It's not recommended. Just don't do any of it.
I can't see any happening ever, but anyway. Out of these options, what would you choose? Alistair Clarkson offers you a contract to play for Hawthorn for $700k each year for 3 years, but you don't play a game. Or Chris Scott offers you a 3-year deal for $100k a season, but you play 5 games. Which one would you choose? What would you choose?
Get my paper in order, mate. Can look like what's going on. I'd be set up if I went to the Hawks. Bit of cash money. He's just doing this because he's saying what price do we pay to go to the Hawks as much as we hate him. Like, if you get an opportunity at any club, your dream's made. That's as simple as it is.
Well, he has
$700,000 a year. I mean, you don't even have to do any. You have to do a bit of a hard yards pre-season, but don't even have to play. But I don't care. I could pick either, and it wouldn't bother me in the slightest.
Well, you haven't bought me out yet, mate. I'm still prefer to debut. I mean, you could swap that around. I mean, would I prefer to play no games at the Cats or debut for Hawthorn? I would just want to make an AFL debut. I mean,
yeah, cool.
But anyway,
nice.
Would you rather be the number 1 draft pick, play 3 games and be the biggest stud ever, but earn $500,000 a season, or be draft pick number 80, be an average player, play 57 games and earn $200,000 a year?
Let me have a look.
That is such a mind-boggling question.
I think that's 200,000. Yeah, almost up like 2 million.
Yeah,
it's all good. Yeah, regardless, you're not going to get $5 million a season.
Well, the fact is, once the draft pick number means nothing once you're at the club, you're just another player. I guess the stigma, the stigma of being a dud number 1 pick, you probably cop a lot for. And I think the question before, I made it clear that money isn't the driving factor; the games are. So I would be playing 57 AFL games.
Pick 80.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get money, you play games, and you're average, and you've got not as much expectation as a pick 1.
Fair call.
No, not as much hassle.
What was the hardest training session you ever did?
The pre-season 2011. I didn't even play that year, which is quite intriguing.
Is this the infamous meal before training?
No, mate.
No.
It was a pretty tough run around that lake.
The Barwon River.
Barwon River, yeah. Had to run around the whole thing and, struggled intensely, yeah.
It is a tough run, though. Tough on the legs on the asphalt there.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Toughest training session?
You, mate. I remember you mentioned one around Eastern Beach.
Yeah.
One of the more intense ones.
It was one of the more intense ones, but not the most intense. We had this... I've only done one serious pre-season, and that was last year. And, it was this year, technically, but it was at the club on a Saturday morning. Oof. And it was
8 a.m.?
Yeah. It was like this boot camp thing, and I thought, boot camp won't be... Yeah, it'll be hard, but we'll do stuff that I do. Because I go to the gym and stuff, relatively fit, I can run.
You live?
And we're doing these crazy bear crawls, then bear crawl for 10 metres, then push-ups, then drag yourself by your legs and then your elbows. And it was one of the toughest things going around. It was so difficult, because it was freezing, it was 8 in the morning. Oof. I still didn't know many blokes. Jacko wasn't there, I don't think.
Not good.
So yeah, intense training session.
Golly, mate. Would have taken me to the cleaners, I would have been vomiting pretty quickly.
One guy did. I was struggling.
Yeah, gee whiz. Jay, you could make your videos shorter by not answering those un-AFL related questions.
That's a good point.
Addressed at the start of the video, yeah, that's very much common sense. We're going to try and incorporate a bit of funniness in, but not much of it. Yeah, we're trying to make them a bit smaller if we can. If Geelong don't get Dangerfield, would you rather... There's would you rather questions. Would you rather Geelong keep its first round draft pick or use it to get Harley, Bennell or someone else? I didn't think about this one too much, but keep the first pick. Bennell's damaged goods.
Yeah, I wouldn't be going Bennell, but I circled someone else. If there was someone else worthwhile, then yeah, probably, but first round picks are gold, so
apparently
it'd have to be a lot to make you give it away.
Billy Smith. Do you watch Gary? Yeah. Gee, we've had some rotten luck. Come on, give me something. Do you watch Gary Ellett's games still? I know when Jody left West Coast, I found myself watching Carlton games for a year or two. He's always injured, so not really.
Yeah.
And even, I don't go out of my way to watch Gold Coast.
Nah, me neither. If it's on, it's on. But it certainly doesn't make me just switch it on because he's on there. Yeah. I much prefer watching him back in the Cats days. Still whack on the DVD that and enjoy it. But
yeah, certainly not for the Suns.
Right.
What's the deal with over there in Melbourne, Channel 7, letting Matthew Richardson in the commentary team for the finals when the guy played most of his AFL career on holiday during September? Very nicely done.
That's a nice little clip there. I enjoy that.
Very good.
That's good.
Do you think the AFL should award premiership rings instead of medallions? I personally do. Basketball and NFL do it. This is 2015. No one gives out medals except in the Olympics. I don't mind medals for the Brownlow, Colin, etc., but to change the premiership medals to rings. We both think exactly the same here.
No, I was actually thinking maybe we could kick the footy into a net and have a goalie as well.
Yep.
And possibly if we put a couple of stumps in the middle and have a pitch, and when you kick a goal, you have to bowl the ball.
Right, and I was thinking maybe a bit of a free agency.
Yeah.
Long go with that. Yeah.
It's AFL, mate. Just because they do it in America doesn't mean we have to do it. I mean, what's wrong with the premiership medallion? It's traditional. It's historic.
It's always been there.
And why a ring? Are you getting married? Like, what's going on here? I don't see his point. People want to take away things of our game that makes it our game, and I've never heard anyone think of a ring. I mean, really random, but I see your point, but it's never going to happen.
Yeah, we're not clipping you forward by any means as much as it feels like it, but yeah.
No, we took the piss a bit there, but, you know.
He did with Richo, so...
Yeah, Richo's probably cut now.
All fun and games. Do you think Tassie are being scammed by the AFL? So, no, we're not changing the game. They got completely snubbed for GWS and Gold Coast because they apparently have a bigger market, yet they average about 10k to their home games. They are being tricked to show support for the Hawks. They should have got rid of Melbourne or merged them like Fitzroy, Brisbane and make a team called Tassie Demons or Devils. Yeah, sorry mate, I don't really care about this kind of thing, and Gold Coast / Queensland is a bit more population landscape to do these sort of things. Bigger sort of city area. I don't really know. It's not my area to care about.
I do care about it, mate.
Yeah, go for it.
He's hit the nail on the head, alright. Tassie deserve a team.
Yeah, they probably do it over Gold Coast.
And GWS.
Yeah.
We're trying to put a second team into a town that hates footy. Well, they don't hate footy, but it's rugby city up there. I just don't know what they're trying. When the Swans go bad, the crowds disappear. I'll hate to see if the Swans drop off next year and the Giants fail to come up the ladder again.
Oh.
The AFL could have egg on their face, but more so the fact, Tassie, I think it's come up before, they deserve a team more than the others. It just comes down to money.
There you go, mate. Good luck with that. Travelling to places would be interesting. Don't they have to go to Melbourne before they go anywhere else?
I think so, yeah. A couple of pit stops.
Yeah, good fun getting that organised each week. That's what I was thinking. That was my angle. Now you've got GFC Mitch, which is, for some reason, didn't print out on yours, but printed out on mine. We'll swap for now.
Okay, mate. The printing's a strange little game.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Great video, guys. I've got 2 questions. What do you think the betting odds are for Jared Waite to win the Brownlow? Did you have a sports bet?
$1,001.
Did you look that up, or was that a guess?
I did.
It is.
That's a bit of both, I guess.
Yeah.
He's in that category of a lot of players that are average, and he hasn't. Yeah, he's not going to win it.
He's not going to win it. It's as simple as that, I suppose. Who do you think will come last in the Brownlow? The person you pick must have played at least one game this season. Cheers, Mitch.
Who did you pick?
how many players could you pick? I mean, there's going to be a lot of guys
Shane Kirsten.
who don't poll a vote. So
Yeah, that's right.
yeah.
Who did I write there, mate? I went Robbie Nahash, Steve Morris.
Or Dale. Neither of them will poll a vote.
No, and Shane Kirsten.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough,
So
mate.
that's all for
we'll
GFC
slot back
Mitch. Yep.
for the moment.
Yeah, Tizio 100 fan is up next. Is that correct? Yep.
Yep, go for it, mate.
Nice episode, boys.
For the record.
Alright, sorry. I think about 3 of the questions are irrelevant, so we're not answering them.
3 and 4 is all we got for him here.
So yeah, we'll answer 2 out of the 5 because we're cutting times down. And they're not relevant, sorry. Who are the AFL's top 5 biggest duds? Who cares?
He hates that one as well.
I mean, who really cares who's the worst duds? I mean, they're not going to be playing a game if they're a dud. Chris Yaron, that's all I'm saying.
Okay, cool.
You're not going to say anything, mate? Don't really need to.
Not really, no.
It's a dumb question. Who are the top five worst coaches in AFL history? Again, who cares who's the worst coach? I mean, what makes a coach so bad?
Got that.
Terry Wallace, Matty Primus, I wrote those names down, and that's all, because you'd ask terrible questions.
He's a Tizio 100 fan.
Yeah, well, lift your game, mate, if you want your questions answered. That was shocking.
I'm going to throw to you again, mate.
What did you tell me for this episode, mate? You made a really big call.
It was a big call, and my call was, granted I hadn't seen GFC Mitch or Dan's questions, but that because they were a couple of good ones, but I said it's the worst lot of questions we've actually had for the whole year.
Yeah, that, guys. Lift your game.
All due respect, but
To the few that actually do sort of take it seriously. We don't mind having a chuckle over a little bit of serious stuff, but...
yeah, chuckle's good, but man, there were just some absolute cringeworthy questions that you just...
oh, it's just dumb.
Jeez, but...
hey,
That's
keep it relevant.
Anyway, do you want to read out Dan?
Oh, yeah. Dan the Glasses Man, something like that, I think is his name.
Yeah.
It doesn't even show up. Fine quality episode, boys. I'll admit I haven't been a long time viewer, but it seems you boys have brought the goods for finals time. Who are the current players you think that have the next gear for finals? Top 5. Probably my favourite question.
Nice.
Well done, Dan.
How sharp is this bloke looking in his little picture there?
He changed it again. I reckon he changed his spot in his lip last time, so
He definitely was.
I think he's just changing up for the viewers.
Bit of a
at home.
poser.
Yeah, he seems to not mind the camera, doesn't he, mate?
Really?
Yeah, go for it. You can start us off if you've got some names. I think we'll have similar ones.
In no particular order, the way I interpret it was that who do I think has the ability to really lift in finals?
That's how I saw it.
Alright, cool.
Yeah.
I had Chad Wingard, big game player, will lift when he gets a chance. Luke Hodge always does. The North Smith speaks for themselves. Paddy Dangerfield probably hasn't got great opportunity to do it yet, but I think he's just the sort of guy who stands tall in finals.
Yeah.
Tex Walker showed that. So a couple of crows there.
Nice.
I went through every club and these are the guys I came up with. And Stringer.
Jakey boy.
Yeah, Jake Stringer. So
Nice stuff.
I just think he's...
People talked him into it.
Yeah, well, I think he was slightly injured a little bit in the other final
Yeah,
there. So,
no doubt. Yeah.
maybe down the track, I reckon we could see some of his best footy in September.
His goal from 48, one step, it just went through the roof.
Yeah, I guess he still was reasonable, even though it wasn't at his very best.
Yeah, he still had that X factor about him and couldn't quite do everything he wanted to. Lukey Hodge, 2 North Smiths, says it all, and just lives like you, mate. Joel Selwood, I think he kicked 3 goals against the Hawks in the final last year, and his final series last year was amazing, and generally is amazing. Adam Goods, who's just retired, so it kind of goes against your question, but he retired like last night, so yeah, the goal against the Hawks to nearly break the shackles away.
Yeah.
And he just gets the job done generally, and really good game against Fremantle. Chad Wingard, couple of goals, crucial ones, many stages, and sunk the Dockers last year. Matthew Pavlich, big September player, not always for the right reasons for us.
Yeah.
Six sunk us in the 2012 not grand final, elimination final, and yeah, he's laid up all day on Teddy Richards, fantastic, and yeah, he generally does a good job. He kicked 4 against Sydney final last year, and maybe 2 or 3 in the grand final of 2013, so it steps up.
Yeah, no, good stuff. Good question, Dan, too.
Well done. Best question of the day. Maybe we need a question of the day and just give him a mention.
Yeah.
Could do that.
Could do that for sure. Tizio 100 girl fan. Hey Shorty, I love your haircut. You look so hot. Thank
Love
you.
heart.
Cheers. But unfortunately, you've let yourself down here because I was given the duties to crossing through the irrelevant questions and ones that just aren't appropriate.
We both were. I was confirming.
Sorry, boss. Gee.
No, you're good, mate.
Yucked up about that one. Sorry, boss. Don't cut me pay, mate.
No, you're good. You're good.
So, unfortunately, we've cut a few here, but we've still got 3 for you. So, have you ever fallen asleep during a Geelong match because of how boring it was? No, I have not. You?
Every game. No, I never have.
No, fair enough.
I don't think I have. I've fallen asleep watching Avatar in the cinemas.
That's the one I was, yeah. That's funny.
It was a hot day in Adelaide, and yeah, there you go. Got the better of me.
Has there ever been a streaker at an AFL match that I presume we've been at?
Don't think so.
Yeah. Wasn't there ones at the Adelaide Geelong game that you...
I wouldn't say they were streakers. Maybe just random people running onto the ground being idiots.
Yeah, I've seen randoms run on the ground, but...
That's about it.
Yeah.
And it's funny when they just inevitably get tackled. It's like ground.
Yeah.
Just gets you eventually.
The crowd just gets excited when they run 5 metres and 10 metres. It's like,
Yeah.
you just know he's going to get owned sooner or not.
Sooner rather than later.
Yeah. How mad were you when Geelong missed the 8 this year?
I wasn't too happy about it. It was basically confirmed when Melbourne beat us.
Yeah, I mean, you can have a look at a couple of those reviews. We were pretty angry after the Melbourne game, so the Melbourne review and the Collingwood review, but yes,
later in the season.
It's not the end of the world.
No, well, we don't control what happens.
We give them their right whack and a bit of criticism, but
We do.
there is always next year, so
Yeah, boy.
could be worse. There'll be a few clubs at the moment that are going to be far more disappointed than we are. A few supporters anyway. If
We wouldn't want to be Brisbane.
no, and you wouldn't want to be whoever ends up losing the grand final this year.
Yeah, so there's only one team that'll be happy this year, as there is every year. Junkyard Cat next.
Yep.
Final one.
Yep.
And they seem to like cutting off your questions for some reason, and I don't think we've answered all of them. Some of them are irrelevant. Sorry. That's the rules.
Yeah.
Shorty, why do you want me to get professional help? There is nothing wrong with having a few drinks. I've been drinking since I was 11.
No, there's nothing wrong with having a few drinks, and I never said that, but I wouldn't have.
Find that hard to believe.
Wouldn't say that's a great thing to be doing from the age of 11, and it was in reference to getting smashed before school or something like that.
Yeah, maybe.
And yeah, if you're seeking your advice on your life from Tizio 100 and Shorty here, you'd probably rather pay someone and actually get some professional help. So I'll stand by that.
I'll agree to agree. 1 in chance. My last question. You were supposed to answer all of them. Sometimes stuff happens, and it might not have been relevant. I don't know. If you want to ask it again, and I might answer it if it's relevant. And what's so bad about drinking? And everything in moderation. And then you've asked the stupid one about beers after a party or a game. We don't drink during or after a game.
Granted, it is AFL Q&A, so like Ty
The
said,
AFL, no.
nothing wrong with a drink or two. We've all had a drink or two in the past week, I'm sure, but there's no need to get smashed and then become addicted to it, and then
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. We're our greatest asset and our greatest liability, but that's another story for another day.
That was pretty deep, mate. Yeah, it took you 32 minutes to just get a real deep, meaningful quote out there. Nice.
Thanks, pal. You're going to put that in the paper?
Yeah, why not?
Cheers, boy. And you've asked a question about longest bench time that we've been on for a game, and some bloke's been on the bench for the whole game and didn't quite print through properly, but all but 5 minutes. I was filling in, and I didn't really care whether I was on or off, but yeah, it eventually became annoying that I wasn't really going on much, and I probably could have if I put my hand up. There's another coach coaching that I've never met before in my life, and he wouldn't have known me off a bar of soap. I didn't know him from a bar of soap, so yeah, it was kind of weird.
Yeah, the last game I actually ever played, so earlier this year before work commitments kicked in, I did get injured that game, so I came off for sort of the back half of a certain quarter, and then I didn't get back on for a little bit, and then when I did, I came back off because I was obviously a bit of a liability.
Yeah, no good.
Yeah, injury aside, just back in the day, the quarter that you have to have off as a junior, basically.
That's it, mate.
It's special.
Those are all the questions. I think they are.
They are, mate. So we've laid down the law today.
Yeah, 35 according to your phone, so that's not too bad.
Looks about right.
Sweet. Alright, well those are all the questions, guys. Yeah, we've cut them down a little bit. We wanted to keep it a bit short if we can, so I guess if anything, be encouraged to ask good questions, relevant questions, because it's not about the quantity of them, it's about the quality of them and how much we enjoy doing them, so
Exactly.
that's what it's all about. It's all about asking good stuff. We want to give you guys some good content, give us good content to answer.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not begrudging against your questions that we're getting greedy from it. I think it's a bit just extended over 50 minutes consistently. New people aren't going to watch, so we like that you guys come back week in, week out and watch certain parts of the video. But yeah, probably that half an hour is probably a good goal.
Absolutely. Alright, thanks for asking the questions, guys. Probably another week or two of it left.
Yeah,
and we'll let you know, I guess, the second last episode that we'll answer your questions, and that will be the final one for the year. So yeah, that's coming out pretty soon, so stay tuned for that. I guess comment any more questions, make them good, snappy, not too many, that'd be great. Like the video if you enjoyed it, share it around to your mates, that'd be great. Subscribe as well, perfect if you do that, and keep clicking back. So cheers for sticking around, guys. We'll catch us all next time.